The Mississippi River. For centuries, it has been the lifeblood of America, a sprawling artery of commerce, culture, and conflict. It's a river of stories, a river of life, and a river of death. During the Civil War, its muddy waters carried more than just soldiers and supplies. It carried secrets. Rumors have persisted for over 150 years, whispering of lost treasures, of fortunes swallowed by the river, waiting to be found. And tonight, we're going down into the murky depths to hunt for one of America's greatest lost legends. The lost Confederate gold of the Mississippi. Scene shifts to an animation of a 1860s steamboat navigating a treacherous, stormy river, then cuts to modern sonar scans, revealing indistinct shapes on the riverbed. Picture this. It's the 1860s. The Civil War is raging. The Confederacy, desperate for funds, is moving its treasury gold, silver, and coins using the fastest and most discreet method available. The steamboat, historical shipping manifests, and fragmented military records from both sides of the conflict mention steamboats laden with unusually heavy cargo, often marked simply as confidential treasury or government speed. These weren't just payroll shipments. We're talking about the potential wealth of a fledgling nation, packed into iron-bound chests. But the Mississippi is a notoriously cruel master. Sudden, violent storms could capsize a boat in minutes. Union ambushes were a constant threat, turning bustling river traffic into scenes of chaos and fire. In the heat of battle or the fury of a storm, captains often made a desperate choice. Save the crew and let the cargo sink, or go down with the ship. Dozens, if not hundreds, of steamboats met their end in these waters. Official recovery efforts were launched for some, but many were simply abandoned, their locations lost to the shifting riverbed in the fog of war. But here's the mystery. Why were some of the most valuable shipments never officially recovered, or even searched for, after the war? Show reenactments of Confederate officers nervously guarding chests on a steamboat deck, intercut with close-ups of old, water-damaged maps. The theory is simple, yet tantalizing. As the Confederacy's fortunes waned, leaders began hiding assets to fund a potential resurgence, or to ensure their own escapes. They would load a steamboat with gold, but create a deliberately vague or falsified manifest. If the boat sank, accidentally, during a storm or a staged ambush, the Union would have no reason to suspect it carried anything more than cotton or munitions. The treasure would be left on the river bottom, its location known only to a select few who planned to retrieve it later. But what if those few never made it back? What if the maps were lost, the memories faded, and the gold was simply forgotten? This isn't just a fantasy. Over the years, amateur divers and treasure hunters have stumbled upon tantalizing clues. Imagine plunging into the cold, zero-visibility water. Your flashlight beam cuts a lonely path through the silt, and then something glints. Divers have reported finding artifacts that don't quite add up. Heavy lead locks with no corresponding ship inventory, brass nameplates from vessels that supposedly carried no valuables and scattered. Coins, gold, and silver pieces that do match any known payroll shipments of the era. These fragments, found in the vicinity of known steamboat wrecks, are the breadcrumbs that keep the legend alive. The screen shows a modern treasure-hunting vessel on the Mississippi. We see a team preparing their diving gear and side-scan sonar equipment. Today, we're rejoining a team of dedicated wreck hunters who believe they've pinpointed the location of one such vessel. Using a combination of forgotten historical accounts, advanced side-scan sonar, and they've identified an anomaly on the river floor consistent with a mid-19th century paddle-wheel steamboat. It lies under 15 feet of mud and silt, in a section of the river known for its treacherous carranza. Perfect place for a wreck to remain undisturbed for over a century. The team's research suggests this isn't just any steamboat. It's a vessel that disappeared under mysterious circumstances in 1864. A boat whose captain was a known Confederate sympathizer with links to the Secret Service. Underwater footage begins, showing divers descending into the dark, murky water. Their powerful lights struggled to penetrate the gloom. The descent is always the most nerve-wracking part. The water is a chilly 50 degrees, and visibility is less than 3 feet. The divers rely completely on their equipment and their connection to the surface team. Down here, the river is a silent, alien world. The sonar gives us a map, but it's the divers' hands and eyes that will uncover the truth. They're not just looking for a wreck. They're searching for specific features, the reinforced section of the hull where a vault might have been, the remnants of a paddle wheel, or the outline of a collapsed deck. After several passes, they find it. A large debris field. The silt is thick, like a heavy blanket laid over the past. The divers begin to carefully fan the sediment away. Slowly, shapes begin to emerge from the mud. The curve of a boiler, the charred timbers of the main deck. It's a scene of silent, preserved destruction. This is where history holds its breath. Every object they touch is a connection to a time of immense turmoil and uncertainty. These aren't just rotten planks of wood. They are the last vestiges of a vessel that witnessed one of the most pivotal moments in American history. A diver's camera focuses on a piece of metal they have just uncovered. They carefully brush the silt off to reveal ornate iron strapping. Then, a diver signals to his partner. He has found a section of the hull with unusual iron strapping far, thicker and more robust than would be needed for a standard cargo hold. This is what they were looking for. It's consistent with the construction of a makeshift strongbox or a reinforced storage room. The excitement is palpable, even through the filtered audio from the comm system. They are getting closer. The team works methodically, clearing more of the area, searching for the one thing that will confirm their theory. A lock, a hinge, an iron-bound chest. But the river doesn't give up its secrets easily. The current is strong, and the diver's time on the bottom is limited. They manage to recover a few small artifacts, a ceramic shard, a piece of twisted metal that might have been part of a lantern. But the reinforced section is buried too deep, collapsed under the weight of the engine and a century of mud. They can't access it on this dive. It's a frustrating moment, but not a defeat. They have confirmed the wreck's identity and, most importantly, they've confirmed the presence of a reinforced strong room that shouldn't be there. The gold might still be just a few feet away, locked in its muddy tomb. The divers ascend, and the scene returns to the boat on the surface. The team analyzes the recovered artifacts and sonar data on a screen. Back on the surface, the mood is a mix of exhaustion and exhilaration. They didn't bring up a chest of gold, but they brought up something almost as valuable. Proof. The sonar data, combined with the divers' direct observations, provides the strongest evidence yet that this wreck is exactly what they thought it was. They now have a precise target. The next step will require a major operation, with dredging equipment to carefully remove the tons of mud and debris, pinning the treasure down. It's a multi-million-dollar gamble, but one they are now more confident than ever in taking. Is it possible that one of those lost Confederate payrolls still sleeps beneath these waters? A chest of forgotten gold, guarded by the river for 150 years. The evidence we've seen today suggests it's not only possible, but probable. This story is far from over. It's a modern-day treasure hunt, blending cutting-edge technology with old-fashioned grit and a deep respect for history. The Mississippi has kept its secret for a long time, but with every dive, every sonar scan, and every piece of the puzzle that's uncovered, we get one step closer to solving one of America's greatest historical mysteries. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey into the depths. What do you think? Is there a fortune waiting at the bottom of the river? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love adventure and mystery, do not forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more expeditions into the unknown. We'll see you on the next one.